In 1977, a 17-year-old boy named Anthony sat in a cramped, 400-square-foot bachelor apartment in Venice, California. He didn't have a kitchen, he washed his dishes in the bathtub, and kept his meager groceries on a windowsill. He was 6'7", perpetually hungry, and working as a janitor for $40 a week. At that moment, success wasn't a billion-dollar empire or a private island in Fiji. It was simply finding a way to survive the month without his car being repossessed. The story of Tony Robbins is the quintessential American rags-to-riches arc. But it wasn't fueled by a lucky lottery ticket or a sudden inheritance. It was a transformation built on the radical idea that the human mind can be rewired for excellence through sheer relentless discipline. Tony's rags were literal. Born in North Hollywood, his childhood was defined by instability. His parents divorced when he was 7, and his mother struggled with alcohol and prescription drug addiction. Tony became the man of the house early, cooking meals for his younger siblings and trying to keep the peace in a home where physical and emotional volatility were the norm. By the time he was in high school, he had used the last name of his stepfather, Jim Robbins, who had legally adopted him. The breaking point came just before his 18th birthday. During a particularly violent confrontation at home, his mother chased him out of the house with a carving knife. Tony fled with nothing but the clothes on his back and his beat-up Volkswagen. He never moved back. While working as a janitor and living in his tiny apartment, Tony felt a deep sense of despair. He knew he wanted to help people, but he felt he had nothing to offer. The shift began when he scraped together $35, at the time, a week's worth of groceries, to attend a seminar by a motivational speaker named Jim Rohn. Rohn didn't teach get-rich-quick schemes, he taught personal philosophy. He told the young Robbins, if you want life to change, you have to change. If you want life to get better, you have to get better. For a kid who had spent his life feeling like a victim of his circumstances, this was a revelation. It moved the power from the outside world to his inside world. Tony convinced Rohn to hire him as a promoter. He didn't have a sales background, but he had a desperate intensity. He began selling Rohn's seminars with a fervor that was unmatched, often working 18-hour days. He realized that while he lacked a college degree, he could outread and out-hustle anyone in the room. Robbins began a period of immersion that he still preaches today. He claimed to have read over 700 books on psychology, physiology, and human development in just a few years. He was looking for the levers of human change, why some people succeed despite horrific backgrounds while others fail despite every advantage. In the early 1980s, he discovered neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, a methodology for modeling the patterns of successful people. He studied under John Grinder, one of NLP's co-founders. Tony took the academic theories of NLP and brought them to the streets. He started claiming he could help people overcome lifelong phobias in minutes rather than years. To prove it, he would go to radio stations and offer to cure listeners' fears on air. It worked, and his reputation began to explode. By the mid-1980s, Robbins was a rising star in the human potential movement, but he was still a niche figure. That changed in 1988 when he released his first infomercial for his personal power cassette tapes. At the time, infomercials were considered cheesy and the domain of late-night vegetable choppers. But Tony brought a high-energy, cinematic quality to the format. He spoke directly to the viewer's pain, their debt, their weight, their failing relationships, and offered a roadmap out. The Personal Power series became a cultural phenomenon, selling millions of copies and turning Tony Robbins into a household name. He wasn't just a speaker anymore, he was a brand. As his fame grew, so did the caliber of his clients. He transitioned from helping individuals in hotel ballrooms to coaching the most powerful people on the planet. He advised President Bill Clinton during his impeachment trials, worked with Princess Diana, and coached elite athletes like Serena Williams and Andre Agassi. However, Robbins didn't stop at coaching. He began applying his principles of modeling to the world of business and finance. He realized that the same psychology that allowed an athlete to win a Grand Slam could be applied to corporate turnarounds and investment strategies. By 2025, Tony Robbins has moved far beyond the realm of motivational speaker. He is now a partner in or an owner of over 100 privately held businesses with combined annual sales exceeding $7 billion. He has become a major figure in the world of finance, authoring bestsellers like Money, Master the Game, where he interviewed 50 of the world's most brilliant financial minds to democratize investment secrets for the average person. Despite his massive wealth, estimated in the billions, Robbins' story isn't just about the accumulation of money. He has used his platform to address the very rags he came from. Through his partnership with Feeding America, he has provided over 1 billion meals to those in need, a mission fueled by the memory of a stranger bringing a basket of food to his family on Thanksgiving when he was a child. Looking back at the 17-year-old washing dishes in a bathtub, the transformation seems impossible. But to Robbins, it was a mathematical certainty of his philosophy. He often tells his audiences, "It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped." His journey from a homeless janitor to a global icon serves as his ultimate proof of concept. He didn't have the resources, no money, no degree, no stable family. But he had resourcefulness. He traded his story of being a victim for a strategy of being a leader, proving that, in the modern world, the most valuable real estate is the 6 inches between your ears.